And Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying to them, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, These are the living things which you may eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatever parts the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and chews the cud, among the beasts, that may you eat. Nevertheless, these you will not eat of those that chew the cud, or of those that part the hoof. The camel, because he chews the cud but doesn't part the hoof, he is unclean to you. And the coney, because he chews the cud but doesn't part the hoof, he is unclean to you. And the hare, because she chews the cud but doesn't part the hoof, she is unclean to you. And the swine, because he parts the hoof, and is cloven-footed, but doesn't chew the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh you will not eat, and their carcasses you will not touch. They are unclean to you. These you may eat of all that are in the waters, whatever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, that you may eat. And all that don't have fins and scales in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of all the living souls that are in the waters, they are detestable to you. And they will be detestable to you. You will not eat of their flesh, and their carcasses you will detest. Whatever doesn't have fins and scales in the waters, that is detestable to you. And these you will detest among the birds. They will not be eaten, they are detestable. The eagle, and the gyre eagle, and the osprey, and the kite, and the falcon after its kind, every raven after its kind, and the ostrich, and the nighthawk, and the seamew, and the hawk after its kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the horned owl, and the pelican, and the vulture, and the stork, the heron after its kind, and the hoopoe, and the bat. All winged creeping things that go on all fours are detestable to you. Yet these you may eat of all winged creeping things that go on all fours, which have legs above their feet, with which to leap on the earth. Even these of those you may eat, the locust after its kind, and the bald locust after its kind, and the cricket after its kind, and the grasshopper after its kind. But all winged creeping things which have 4 feet are detestable to you. And by these you will become unclean. Whoever touches their carcass will be unclean until the evening. And whoever bears anything of their carcass will wash his clothes, and be unclean until the evening. Every beast which parts the hoof, if it is either not cloven-footed or does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. Everyone who touches them will be unclean. And whatever goes on its paws, among all beasts that go on all fours, they are unclean to you. Whoever touches their carcass will be unclean until the evening. And he who bears the carcass of them will wash his clothes, and be unclean until the evening. They are unclean to you. And these are unclean to you among the creeping things that creep on the earth: the weasel, and the mouse, and the great lizard after its kind, and the gecko, and the land crocodile, and the lizard, and the sand lizard, and the chameleon. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whoever touches them when they are dead will be unclean until the evening. And whatever any of them falls on when they are dead, it will be unclean. Whether it is any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatever vessel it is, with which any work is done, it must be put into water, and it will be unclean until the evening. Then it will be clean. And every earthen vessel into which any of them falls, whatever is in it will be unclean, and it you will break. All food in it which may be eaten, that on which water comes, will be unclean, and all drink that may be drank in every such vessel will be unclean. And everything on which any part of their carcass falls will be unclean, whether oven or range for pots, it will be broken in pieces. They are unclean, and will be unclean to you. Nevertheless, a fountain or a pit in which is a gathering of water will be clean, but that which touches their carcass will be unclean. And if anything of their carcass falls on any sowing seed which is to be sown, it is clean. But if water is put on the seed, and anything of their carcass falls on it, it is unclean to you. And if any beast of which you may eat dies, he who touches its carcass will be unclean until the evening. And he who eats of the carcass of it will wash his clothes, and be unclean until the evening. He also that bears the carcass of it will wash his clothes, and be unclean until the evening. And every creeping thing that creeps on the earth is detestable. It will not be eaten. Whatever goes on the belly, and whatever goes on all fours, or whatever has many feet, even all creeping things that creep on the earth, you will not eat them, for they are detestable. You will not make your souls detestable with any creeping thing that creeps, neither will you become unclean with them, so that you should be defiled by them. For I am Yahweh your God. Sanctify yourselves therefore, and be holy, for I am holy. Neither will you defile your souls with any manner of creeping thing that moves on the earth. For I am Yahweh who brought you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You will therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast, and of the bird, and of every living soul that moves in the waters, and of every soul that creeps on the earth, to make a distinction between the unclean and the clean, and between the living thing that may be eaten, and the living thing that may not be eaten.